Welcome to Baby's Birthday. Each show joins a mum-to-be and counts down to the birth of their baby, revealing all the drama, laughter and tears involved in giving birth. Because let's be honest, giving birth is never a walk in the park. To help chart each birth, this is the Baby's Birthday clock. It's there to count down to each mum's due date. And once labour kicks off, the clock kicks in and times the birth so you know exactly how long each mum's been in labour, whether it's 2 hours or a whopping 20 hours. All the action of the birth is boiled down into a half-hour show. So, we'd better crack on. Today we join Julie Richards for the birth of her second child with explosive results.
Oh, no.
Julie Richards has been with her partner Phil for the past 5 years after they met at their local camping shop.
It all started when I met Philip. I'd finished school and I'd just gone straight into work. We're working at the same shop in Leigh, and it was love at first sight.
It was love at first sight because when I first went for the interview, they were setting up the shop, and I seen Julie. She was putting some stock out, so it was like, oh, that'll be one of the perks of the job, looking with like good-looking girls.
They already have a 20-month-old son called Anthony James, TJ for short, and are expecting their second child in 7 days' time.
We had decided we wanted a second child because where we live there's not many kids, and we didn't want TJ to grow up on his own, nobody to play with, nobody to, hang around with. So we decided to have one, and it didn't take that long really for Julie to, become pregnant.
We wanted a little girl at first, but alas, we had another boy.
Knowing there's a little boy on the way gives them plenty of time to choose names.
There. The name we have thought of sticking with is Aaron Thomas. Because we've already got an A, we've got an Anthony James, so we thought we'll keep it with the A's and have an Aaron Thomas.
Second time around, Dad Phil knows exactly what to expect from the pregnancy.
When TJ came, I just bawled my eyes out. They asked me if I wanted to cut the cord, and I just couldn't see for tears. There was no way I could have cut it. So I expect I'll be the same this time, to be honest, because obviously over the 40 weeks, you prepare yourself psychologically. They're already a part of the family before they're even born, really. I mean, because we've decided on a name, because we know it's a boy, we've already started, refer to him as Aaron, and it's Aaron's cot and it's Aaron's pram. So he's already part of the family, so it's like just the excitement of him coming.
And it's not just the excitement of another baby that Julie's looking forward to.
Oh, I'm definitely having pain relief. I want epidural and the gas in her again. Love the gas in her. And I'd decided I just wanted to be normal as possible with the pain relief though. I lay down and comfortable. I like the gas in her because I get a buzz off it. And I get filling stitches because I say stupid things and making him laugh. And I get the midwives and the nurses laughing as well sometimes. The gas in her is a good idea for pain relief. I'd recommend it to anybody.
And how will TJ react to having a baby brother?
I think TJ understands a bit because we make this big deal of like pointing at the bump, and we want to include him in the pregnancy. We don't want him to feel left out. But we always point to Julie's bump and say, "Baba, little brother." And I keep saying Aaron at him, Aaron, wanting him to say, and he'll try and copy me. So yeah, trying to keep him part of it. We want him to enjoy it with us.
I will have 2 kids by the time I'm 21. Now, I do feel like I missed out on some stuff. I'd said to Phil when we started talking about children that my life would be put on hold. until they're old enough to look after themselves, or until they can take the grandmas overnight.
You know, we do love each other to bits, so we'll pull through it. We've always pulled through it before, so we pulled through with TJ, and I think in a way it brought us closer together, so perhaps another baby will bring me, Julie and TJ closer together as well, you know, more of a family unit. Just have to wait and see.
It's 8 p.m. the evening before Julie's official due date, and after being in slow labour for the past 5 days, Julie's contractions are 5 minutes apart.
There you go.
After an initial examination by the midwife Claire, she's 4 centimetres dilated and happily reacquainted with an old friend.
They put her in one of the suites and give her the gas in air. And that was it, she was high as a kite then.
I was excited on gas in her because put you on a natural high with a bit of a kick as well, so it was quite funny actually.
Oh, Mama. You want after each other out with these contractions.
And they're hurting each time. Although I think they are. They're too high to sleep. I can feel it.
The correct terminology of gas and air is entonox, which is an equal mixture of oxygen and nitrous oxide. That's laughing gas between me and you.
I recommend gas and air to anybody. Anybody who wants a natural high with a bit of a kick.
Deep breath.
While Julie's enjoying her gas and air, Phil reflects on his role during labour.
It's difficult for the bloke because although they're going through it with the partner, they don't actually know what the partner's going through. So my role in the delivery suite was to help support Julie, to be there for her. If she wanted a drink, I get her a drink, trying to reassure her, trying to help her, you know, breathe properly, make full use of the gas and air, and just to, you know, like, try and keep her calm.
That hurt.
Not more than the others.
Yeah.
It's getting ready to come. Let's come and see your mummy.
Phil was saying to me, take these breaths on for every pain you have, and with the gas and air. I did start getting into taking the deep breath into a rhythm, and then it stopped, and then like going a bit faster and a bit faster, and then I slowed down again to get back to the normal rhythm.
However, the gas and air can only do so much as the pain starts to intensify.
Deep breaths. Come on. When she were in pain, she was like holding my hand and crying, sort of like, you know, it's hurting now.
It does help when you've got someone there to tell you when to breathe and to help you along with the breathing, and it's always nice to have someone there to rub you back when it's hurting.
Deep breaths, love. Deep breath. Deep breath. Come on, keep breathing, love. Deep breath, long breath. It's better. Breathe long. Obviously, Julie doesn't know the midwife personally. If you've got me there beside her, somebody she knows who can sort of help her through that, sort of like telling her breathe here, breathe there, push here, push there. It's just it's a familiar voice, you know. Somebody there holding her hand, somebody she knows, somebody she trusts, who's just helping her go through it.
Phil's support is needed more than ever when Julie is sick.
It was strange when we were in the delivery suite that all of a sudden she just was sick everywhere. Oh dear, is there nothing? And obviously all the insides are tensing and pushing and pulling, and anything that's in there that shouldn't be, obviously it's getting rid of.
The reason that maybe I was sick was maybe because of my tea beforehand, and then having the gas in her straight after it, so.
It did worry me for a second that this midwife rushed back in, but then she reassured us, saying that that's supposedly a good thing, obviously, and the system's clear then.
I was used to being sick anyway, so I was up every night being sick practically, so it didn't really bother me.
Here we go. Sit up. Alright, lean back up.
Come on.
Lean back up.
Coming up, Julie recovers from being sick and moves on to the next stage of the labour.
Go on. Close your mouth and push in your bottom.
Welcome back to Baby's Birthday. Julie Richards and partner Phil are expecting their second baby boy. However, with the pain intensifying, Julie's requested an injection of pethidine.
Okay. Just wiggle your toes for me.
Pethidine did take a long time to start working at first, and I did start to feel tired, and I just lay back and relax myself. I think I just concentrated on my breathing and relaxing.
Deep breath.
Bring your legs up. Bring your legs up. You've got to push. Give your baby some room.
Deep breath.
Right.
That's it. Deep breath. Slow down a bit.
And there's yet another surprise in store for Phil.
There was a point where she had to push. She's screaming, but it's just wasted energy. You know, you need to divert that energy into the sort of the contraction, if you like. And there's no way I knew how much pain that there is. No bloke can appreciate. No bloke can understand that. But you know, they've got to be there to help the partner. That's the idea of the birth partner, is, you know, to support the person going through it.
Sometimes I'd grab hold of his shirt as well, just to give him pain.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath.
Deep breath.
Deep breath. Long breath. Come on. That. Midwife had done the first examination. She said, like, you know, 4 centimetres dilated, but her waters hadn't broken at that point. And when you give birth, you have to have a second midwife present. I'd never really clocked this the first time with TJ, but I don't know if it's a new principle, but the second midwife had come in, and obviously the midwife who'd been with us all the way through was just explaining where everything were up to, and it appeared that this other one was perhaps a bit more senior. So she's explaining it all, and she said, "Has the water broke?" "Yeah." "No, not yet." And just as they were asking that, Julie started with these like urges to push. So they said, "Don't fight them, just push." And she's pushing and she's screaming and saying,
Close your mouth and push in your bottom.
and I thought that she was actually pushing the baby out, but obviously if the water's not broke, the membrane's not broke, the baby can't get out. And all of a sudden it was like, it's like popping a water balloon. It just sort of popped, and all the water come out.
Oh, no, the waters have just gone. Oh, 7.
I pushed twice, my waters busted, so it was fine.
These midwives nearly got covered in it. Luckily they'd moved just to the side. That were it. Well, water was brought then. Obviously birth was happening. It kicked off.
Go on, can you feel my finger? Go on. If it's a bum. Okay, come on, baby's coming. Give me a big push. Julie, not in your throat. Go on, in your bum.
I was groaning through the pain, and it's like, no, close your mouth, push down on your bum, and it's hard to push down when you lay down.
You're doing good. Stay with us now, Jill.
That's it, go on. Go on.
Stay with us.
I can't remember much, but I do remember the midwife saying that the head's coming now. I can see the head. Just pushing every contraction you get.
Close your mouth, remember, Julie.
So I think it must have been about 20 minutes before the head actually came out. And I felt a bit of relief because that's the hardest bit to come out.
Go on, keep breathing. Keep breathing. Excellent. Keep breathing. Excellent. That's it, go on, you're doing really well. Keep breathing. It's alright, keep breathing. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. Okay, darling. Alright.
Have a minute.
Have a minute. Let go of it. Come off your gas. Okay.
Nearly there, though.
Have a minute.
I mean, it was normal, but nothing to be worried about. But for that sort of 10 seconds, I was petrified. I thought there was something wrong.
Ow. A big push in your bum. Big push. Just having a wriggle. That's it, big push.
Because all that were happening was the head was sticking out, and that were it. They needed to wait for the next contraction, and I'm thinking, come on, get him out. You know, is he okay? And there's no movement.
That's it, big push. Big push.
Finally, after 3 hours 20 minutes, Julie and Phil's baby son Aaron is born.
Put me through hell, you mighty brother.
A bit chunkier.
You put me through hell. I'm not sure this time, have I?
When TJ were born, I couldn't see for crying. Just tears were streaming. They asked me if I wanted to cut the cord, and I was shaking so much I couldn't. Now, when Aaron were born, I was still emotional, but I don't know, I think I'd prepared myself better psychologically, perhaps, I don't know.
Right in between them.
It's quite tough. It's like cutting through like fat on a steak. That.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear. Yeah.
And it was just a joy for him to be there, and he's finally here. It's been all this way.
Yeah, that's it. You let it out.
You tell them all about it.
You let it out. I think Phil was actually, he was the more emotional one than I was. So I managed to hold my emotions back. But it's sweet to know that Phil has a soft side, but he won't show it as much. Oh, you're so gorgeous as you are.
Aaron's arrived, but it's not over yet.
Delivered Aaron onto a chest, but because it was a second child and it had been a normal pregnancy, they sort of were happy for him to be there while they delivered the placenta.
Julie, placenta doesn't want to come us at the minute because you've not had a wee for a bit and you've been drinking quite a bit of water. We're just going to pass a catheter into your bladder because sometimes that can just prevent your placenta from coming down.
Right, okay.
Alright.
So at first it were a bit stuck and they were trying to pull it gently, and I was worried that they might have to operate. Anyway, the midwife said, oh, it's coming out, it's coming out. And I just couldn't believe how huge it was. It was almost as big as the baby.
That whole placenta, that?
When she lifted it up, I thought, that can't have been inside me. I've only got a little belly.
And as she delivered it, her stomach just went woof, straight back down to size 12. That's what it was. I couldn't believe it.
Pinky ways.
While Julie celebrates her flat stomach, Aaron Thomas weighs in at a healthy 7 pounds 9 ounces.
It'd be nice and warm.
Keeps you a bit cool just because I found your arm. Can we take your name?
When I saw his face, I thought, oh, he's the most cutest baby in the world.
I'd forgotten I brought my camera.
It's a week after giving birth. How is baby Aaron fitting into family life?
TJ's reacted absolutely amazingly to Aaron. It's brilliant having the two of them together now. It feels more complete. A kissy. My sister kissed your little brother, and he reached over so gently and just pecked him on the cheek. Well, he pecked him on the head. It brought a tear to my eye because he did it so gently. It's as if he knew he was only a little baby and he had to be careful with him. And he dotes on him.
So, is this the family complete?
Where's Daddy?
Not thinking about having any more kids at the moment. Want to enjoy TJ and Aaron growing up and playing together and sticking up for each other and, you know, all the joys that come with boys fighting.
But it's the two most amazing things that have ever happened in my life. Nothing comes close to it. Because that's your flesh and blood. You've made that. It's not like making a shelf or a bookcase or whatever. It's, you know, it's another human being.
Now proud parents with 2 sons, Phil and Julie feel their family is complete.
I wouldn't change him for the world. I wouldn't change any of them for the world.
Have 2 hands to crush. I'm really in agony.
Today we're with Angela Wright and husband Stuart as they go through labour for the very first time. It's a long, hard slog with a dramatic ending.
That's it.
Okay, baby's head's out.
"34-year-old Angela and husband Stuart are expecting their first child and can't wait for the little one to arrive.
It's been a big year for myself and Stuart. We got married in Vegas and it's coming up to a year for our anniversary. And then obviously with having a baby as well, we seem to have crammed it all in one time space of a year.
We'd been trying for a while and she did the pregnancy test and you sort of have to take a double take at it to say, yeah, great.
I was really lucky to manage to get pregnant so quickly. I'd had a couple of problems when I was younger, gynecological, and I thought really I was going to have problems having a child and actually been to the doctor to discuss that, but it's sod's law. As soon as I'd been to the doctors to discuss it, then the week after I actually found out I was pregnant, so it was great.
2 months before the baby was due, Angela had a 4D scan and got a special sneak preview of the new arrival.
I'm so glad we did it. It was such an amazing experience. It was really good. You go in and to actually see what your baby looks like and the profile of it, like you could tell it had my nose and you could see it moving its arms and it was sucking its lip and it just kept sticking its tongue out and it would open its eye. It was just amazing. And normally a scan, you'd have a small screen, and normally when you lay down, the woman, it's very hard to look and try and see it in the scan, but they project it onto a whole other massive back wall, so your baby just looks, I mean, it was just amazing. It was just like that.
We've watched the DVD 3 or 4 times, so every time you see it, it's just amazing that that's inside Angela, its little baby.
Angela is all geared up for the birth and is trying various methods to move things along.
I bought one of these birthing balls. I'd gone to one of the antenatal classes and the midwife was saying they were fantastic. They're really good for getting the baby in the right position. I'm a real big slouch and normally when I come home from work I just flake out on the settee. But apparently that's really, it can be really bad for you. You can, if the baby can easily get into like a position. I've heard of back-to-back labour where it can be a lot more painful. So I try religiously to sit on it, sort of like half an hour each day. I'm hoping when I do go into labour that I can stay on the birthing ball and have my 10 machine strapped to my back and stay on it as long as possible. and they've shown me like a few movements, like I'd have a chair in front of me and then I'd be leaning over like this, and that would just take the pressure off my back, and then Stuart may be able to rub sort of like my tailbone at the back. So I've got it all planned. Whether it goes like that, I'm not too sure, but that's what I'm hoping.
I'll be there for her, obviously holding hand and trying to be as supportive as I can. I don't know exactly how much you can do, but I think the main thing is just that I'm there for her, to support her all the way through it.
A lot of my friends have said, write your birth plan out in full, then rip it up, because it's just never going to be what you want it to be. And I think if you do write, I want this, I want that, you are setting yourself up for a disappointment. You don't know how your birth's going to go, however much you want it.
Angela and Stuart already have a couple of babies, of sorts.
I've got 2 dogs, Alfie and Murphy. Alfie's a scruffy little mongrel and Murphy's a border collie. They're both very good. We've been a little bit apprehensive about what they would be like once we had a baby. I think the bigger one, Murphy, will just keep out of the way. He's anything for a quiet life. He'll just slump about. But the little one, because he's small, everybody says I spoilt him, and I must admit he's a little bit pampered, and he's allowed on the settee, or sometimes he sneaks on the bed for a cuddle, but I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll just probably have his nose put out of joint a little bit.
Angela's really soft with the 2 dogs, particularly with the little one, Alfie. Quite often have come in and, he's just jumped down off the settee because Angela had him there cuddling him. To some extent, he has been treated like a baby. I think he will be a bit miffed at first when the baby's born, but I think he'll just go away in the corner and sulk.
I think when my friend once came round and Alfie had actually taken the dummy out of the mouth, but I hope my friend's not watching this because I didn't actually tell her when she left the child in our care that Alfie take the dummy out of his mouth. But no, they're really good dogs. I'm sure they'll be fine.
8 days overdue, Angela starts having contractions and makes her way to the hospital.
At about 2 o'clock, I was getting really bad pains and I thought, oh, this is it then. So I rang Stuart. But because it was so sunny in the back garden, I was outside of my birthing ball with a towel over it so it wouldn't burn my legs. Just sat on it rocking, and I had to ring Stuart. He'd come straight home. But I knew then that obviously it was D-Day, and I was just really pleased because I was meant to be induced on the Monday a couple of days afterwards. So I was just so relieved it happened naturally.
Yeah. Is this your first baby? Yeah. Okay, sweetheart, if you just lift your knees up for me.
Angela's first internal examination will reveal if she's really in labour. If not, she'll be sent home, so it's a nervous wait.
Okay then. That's just a little bit of cold cream. Okay. If you're getting a contraction while I'm doing it, tell me and I'll stop. Right, okay. All right then, are you comfortable at the moment?
We were a little bit worried about whether they would send us away straight away, but we got in there and they said Angela was 4 centimetres dilated, so she was fine to stay in. So in a way, we both felt relieved, I think, once they said we could stay in.
Right, so if I tell you that your cervix is fully effaced, it's a good 4 centimetres.
Oh, good.
That's good.
So I don't have to go home. God for that.
Good news for Angela. It also means it's time for gas and air.
This on the back is a valve. It makes a noise like that if you're using it correctly. So when you get in a contraction...
Once they've established it eventually and they got all the monitors working, then I was able to have some gas and air, which was a nice relief. It was really good. I was sucking on that.
Do you want to just have a little practice on it now? You don't need to press anything, just a good... Lovely. And out. Now you haven't got to keep taking it out of your mouth when you've actually got a contraction. Right. Keep it in your mouth and just continually breathe in and out of it.
The gas and air comes in very handy as time moves on and the pains increase.
I'd actually had to go with it at the Labour Day, so no, it doesn't take the pain away, but I think the actual distraction of breathing in and out of it does actually take your mind off it a bit, and I think it does calm your breathing down, and it just takes the edge of it, not so much off the pain, but it's sort of like makes you feel a bit lightheaded, and you do actually think, oh, well, I'm not so bothered as much. You just not so, like you've had a drink, I suppose, a glass of wine. It just takes the edge off things.
9.5 hours into labour, Angela is moved down to a birthing suite, where it's time for another internal examination by midwife Susan. But have things progressed? It's good news. Angela is 6 to 7 centimetres dilated. It's going well, but with an increase of pain, Angela asks for something a little stronger.
pethidine. I hadn't really fancied it. I think I'd rather just have gone for an epidural, but couldn't have an epidural because the anaesthetist was really busy. He was in some emergency in theatre, so it was pethidine or nothing, really.
With the pain controlled and things moving along nicely, it's now just a waiting game. But they could be in for a long night. But at least Stuart's found a use for that birthing ball. As the night draws on, the long, slow labour is suddenly interrupted by a surprise visitor. It's Angela's mum, here to look after her little girl.
Because my mum lives in Carlisle, she'd been crying and things that she wasn't here.
We rang her again just to check she was okay, and she found she was on a train down to Manchester.
Please sit down a minute, you come.
Right, Randy, I think your mother's on the train. I heard, you're right. All right, yeah. You didn't have to come down, Mum, get all stressed. No. I think my mum thought by the time she got from Carlisle, she'd go a couple of hours away from Tameside, that I would have had the baby, so she'd just be there. I don't think in her wildest dreams she thought I'd still actually be in labour by the time she'd actually got there, and that she'd be able to see the birth. Yeah, it was really lovely to have my mum there, and Stuart, it was great.
You have 2 hands to crush. I'm really in agony.
Try another if you can.
Time's ticking on and everyone's here. Apart from the baby, that is. And it could be a while before he makes an appearance. There's nothing more they can do but get comfortable and wait for the main event. Coming up, the wait continues and everyone's feeling the strain, but not for long.
Okay, okay, baby's head's out, well done.
We're back with 34-year-old Angela Wright and hubby Stuart as they await the arrival of their first child. It's time for the next internal and everyone's hoping that things have progressed.
I call it 8 to 9 because you just do it. But yeah, you're doing well. That head's come right down.
Good.
It's just there.
Yeah.
Angela's 8 to 9 centimetres. She's almost there. It's all going to plan, but it's time for another shot of pethidine to help with the pain.
There you go. All right.
Does it stop you pushing that injection?
No, it doesn't stop you pushing. No, but as soon as if you do feel like, give me a buzz, won't you?
Yeah.
I'm going to go and do this lady's notes, but just give me a ring now if you want anything.
Yeah,
all right,
thank you.
I'll pop that shortly.
Okay.
As Angie's birthing partner, I don't think I really knew what to do initially. I just thought, I'll just have to be there, hold her hand and do what I can and try and keep her as calm as I could. So her back was in a lot of pain all the way through, and it comforted her really to rub her back. So I found I was doing that most of the time all the way through.
I just felt really sort of like relaxed, like I had had a couple of drinks and I was just about to nod off, and I remember my eyes closing, and I remember at one point looking around the room and I think Stuart's eyes were closed, my mum's eyes were closed, it was just like everybody's eyes were closed, we were just waiting for another contraction.
Really struggling to keep myself awake because nothing was really happening, and I was just trying to keep myself awake for Ange more than anything.
Don't get tired out, just lift your bottom up.
As morning comes around, something comes out of Angela, but it's not the baby.
You nearly got all of that.
Vomiting is a common side effect when using pethidine as pain relief.
Exorcist. So, the last night to see that bit. Please have me back, please.
I was rubbing Angie's back, I think, more or less all the way through. Her mum rubbed her back quite a bit as well to take over when my arms went dead a bit.
It was a good job there was two in there, because they said the hands were absolutely killing, because I was asking them to press that hard on my back, but it really helped with the contractions, so I was lucky with them both, it was really good. got really bad when I was in labour. I think it was my mum who actually had to go out of the room to try and find a midwife. And then 2 of them come in like the cavalry, 2 midwives, and they said, oh, you know, they'd be able to stay with me, and there was one of them who would never leave the room. So I felt such a lot of relief, and I saw the relief in Stuart.
Angela, your baby's just sitting there. Yeah.
Right, so
is that good or bad?
No, that means I take the gas and air off you and get you pushing.
See the head?
Pushing
Oh, cool. You see it's true. Tell it's got ginger hair. Oh, I don't know about that. I'll tell you in a bit. Not that far away. Oh, brilliant.
After another examination, Angela discovers she's fully dilated and ready to push. The big moment is here, but is Angela up to the challenge?
That's it. That's it. That's it.
When I did get to 10 centimetres, that magic number when everything's supposed to happen, I think I was just so tired, and they kept saying, oh, you'll have to wait a bit, we need the baby's head to come down, and I just thought, I haven't got the energy, and I was panicking and thinking, oh, you know, am I going to have to be whisked off to theatre, because I really didn't think I was going to have the energy or gumption to push it out.
Like the contraction pass. Right now, as long and strong as you can, right down the bum. That's it, that's how you push, it's it. Brilliant, you're pushing in the right place. Just try not to let it go into your throat, I know it's hard. That's it. And again.
They kept saying, push through the bottom, and I kept thinking to myself, I'm blooming trying, but it's just, they kept telling me not to blow my cheeks out, but I couldn't help it, to go like that.
Right, your baby's head's sitting there now, so it's stretching.
Angie's mum was stood behind me, sort of giving me a hug and looking behind me and having a quick peek and trying to obviously calm Angela down as well.
Big push now. Go on. Really big push. Stubborn little one, isn't it?
I can't do it.
Okay, just have a little rest then. Have a little rest.
Another go on the gas and air, and Angela's ready to push once more. Go on, love.
Right down to your bottom. Right. Go on, that's it. Right now, keep going. Go on. That's it. Go on, go on. Oh, brilliant. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Into your bottom, not your throat now, Angela.
Oh. Just some more. Pardon? I'm just giving you some more water. Oh. Just everything stretching.
Right, next time, pull up on your legs, chin down on your chest, a big deep breath in and a real long, hard push this time, okay? Let's see if we can get this baby out this time.
I remember panicking a bit inside, thinking, oh, the baby's going to be stuck, there's going to be something happening, I'm going to have to get the ventouse out or the stirrups, or I'm going to be whisked to surgery, and I think I worked myself up a bit. But I think that perhaps helped in the end, that I thought, no, I'm going to have to really try and get this baby out and push it out.
Just before the baby was born, I had a little bit of a look. It was amazing just to see his head there.
Hold on to your legs, back to the bed.
Hold these knees back. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Down, right down.
Oh,
down.
to me.
That's it, go on, keep going, keep going, keep going. Ow!
Push past the singing
Go
now,
on,
you've
keep
done
going
it.
now, keep going. That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Well done.
Okay, okay, baby's head's out. There you go. 7 minutes past 11.
After 21 hours of labour, little Callum finally makes an appearance.
I'm just going to give you the injection.
Congratulations.
Thank you. When the baby come out, I could see everybody around me was getting really emotional, like poor Stuart was crying, he was so relieved, and I remember it was so nice because he kept saying, I love you, and it was just really nice, and I could see my mum there, she had tears in her eyes.
When he first came out, there was probably half a second or so of it, well, where I was really stressing, is everything okay? And I think when I heard him cry, I was just relieved that Andrew was okay and the baby was okay. It's just thrilled, it's just an amazing feeling.
I remember the baby opening its eye and I remember saying to Stuart afterwards that was just so weird. It was like on the 4D scan, it was the same eye opened on the scan when he was looking at us, so it was really weird. And just when he did that, so I got a flashback to like the 4D scan. I thought, oh yes, it was really good.
It was just amazing. I sat there holding him and just felt, I don't know, so much love and just having them there, cuddling him in your arms. It felt an amazing feeling. Hello. Looks like he's put his hand over his thing because of the light. Hey, I'm not too sure yet.
1 week later, and baby Callum is home with Mum, Dad, and the dogs.
In a couple of days, it's our first wedding anniversary, and I think really that Callum's sort of like the best anniversary present we could have wished for. It's just been such a whirlwind year, and I can't believe it was nearly a year ago that we got married in Vegas, and then...
No, it wasn't really long after that you got pregnant, really,
well, no, and then a year on, and his baby Callum. It's just great, I just feel wonderful, just feel really happy.
It's been quite good because he's been bottle fed, but I've been able to get up in the night and feed him. It's probably one of the things I enjoy most, really, feeding him, and then he usually falls asleep just after I've given him a feed and we can have a little cuddle then, so I think that's one of the nicest things, really.
He doesn't just like go back to sleep and roll over and expect me, to get up, he's eager to get up, and it's sort of like a fight really who can get to him and feed him first, really, because he's so lovely and cuddly. Last night we gave him like his bath and he was all nice and clean, and Mum had bought me one of these little bathrobe things, with a little little hood on. So we wrapped him up in that and he looked so cute. We thought, we'll just keep his nappy off a minute, we'll just take a picture. And we must have waited 10-15 minutes messing about, getting the angle right, so he looked dead cute and everything. That he pooed, didn't he? all over the bathroom, yeah. And then Stuart sort of like opened it and he just weed everywhere, didn't he? In your face, on his face, so we had to give him another bath.
Well, if you go in the garden, we'll come back in a bit.
But how are the dogs coping with the new arrival?
Alfie and Murphy have been great, really. When we first came in, they didn't notice, really. Ange came in first with a couple of new toys for them, so they just sat around playing with them.
We don't leave the dogs in the same room on their own or anything like that, but they just tend to just sort of like walk past and have a little sniff. Me and Stuart were really happy before, but since we got home, I just feel such on a high, and I feel like I've got my little family, and Stuart and Callum, and I just feel so happy, and I just love them both so much that I just feel really sort of like happy and complete. It's great.
After a labour lasting just over 21 hours, baby Callum is finally here, making Angela and Stuart's family complete. Today we meet Anna Marie and her partner Steve, who are having their first child together. This mammoth labour isn't for the faint-hearted. 30-year-old IT teacher Anna Marie and her car salesman partner Steve have decided now is the time to bring a baby into their lives.
We decided now was the right time because I just turned 30. Steve's not getting any younger either, and I'm quite okay in my career now, and we've got our house and everything's settled.
It takes quite a long while for Anna Marie to conceive, and we were beginning to sort of think that it wasn't going to happen.
I took a pregnancy test. I couldn't wait for Steve to get home, so I did it in the morning on my own, and then sent him a text message saying that he was going to be a dad because I didn't know whether or not he was busy with a client or not.
And as it was, I was sat at my desk with a customer at the time when the text message came through, and I sort of looked at it and thought, right, I couldn't get away to go and sort of say like, great, and is everything okay, and are you sure, etc. Because it means a lot to both of us, really. It's something, like I say, that we really did sit down and think about and work out and plan, and she was absolutely made up. She was so pleased.
My mum was over the moon when I told her. She didn't believe me at first. I actually went down to my mum and my dad's and sat there and told them but didn't come straight out with it at first. And my dad got it straight away and he was over the moon and shouting, "Ah, yeah, ah, yeah." And then my mum finally got it and hit me across the face. By accident, because she was so happy that she jumped up and was screaming.
Oh, I was really excited. It took me a few minutes to cotton on what she was telling me. But yeah, I can't wait for the new baby. Really excited.
Anna-Marie and Steve have planned every detail of the labour. The only detail they're left in the dark about is the sex of the baby.
Quite happy that if they have to do a C-section, then that's what they've got to do to get the baby out. I have informed everybody that if they have to put me out to do the C-section, not to let anybody else know before I do what the sex of the baby is, because I want to be the first, well, near enough the first as possible to know. But no, it's not the labour's just not fazing me whatsoever. It's got to come out one way or the other. And if it comes out with a C-section, then that's how it comes out. If it comes out naturally, then even better.
A day before her due date, Anna-Marie goes to the hospital to get induced. Because of a recurring migraine problem, doctors have advised her to get her labour started early.
The first 2 days while we were in hospital were quite boring because we were induced once in the morning and then we had to wait around 6 hours to see whether or not it actually worked.
About half of women who are given inducing gels go into labour. For some, these gels don't work and they have to get their waters broken. Time will only tell.
We took her for a walk around the hospital, went back. Nothing happened within the first 6 hours.
Had another lot of gel put in. Had to wait again another 6 hours, and as they were only give you 2 lots of gel in one day, it was then a case of just waiting and reading magazines and playing Scrabble.
We sat there and we really encouraged her. Nothing.
And then everybody left and I went to bed. The next morning we had to wait again for some more gel to be used. Then we had to wait 6 hours for that. And then during that time, I did start to get a few contractions.
Because Anna-Marie's cervix isn't ready, she needs an application of prostaglandin gel to help soften her cervix. This is usually left in place for 4 to 12 hours, certainly enough time to take a wander to stimulate the baby.
Again, it was just a case of walking around the hospital, trying to get everything moving.
Mind you, it was a lovely day, so it was nice to walk outside. And then come back, still nothing. So we all sat there and had a cup of coffee and game of Scrabble.
Eating crisps, drinking pop and generally just waiting around, which was very boring and monotonous.
No.
As one day ends, another one starts. Sheila resorts to unusual methods of coaxing the baby out.
Well, I'm sewing the buttons on the cardigans that I've just finished, and I think the baby might just be waiting for me to finish them off and put the buttons on. This is the 3rd day. We've been coming backwards and forwards. Now we're waiting to go back now to see if things have progressed or the doctors are going to break her waters just to move things along a bit. Baby's become very lazy and it says, "I don't want to come out, I'm nice and snug."
It's now been 24 hours since Anna-Marie had her 3rd and final inducing gel. Her labour has officially started and her waters have been broken, and she's been put on a drip to jumpstart her contractions.
When they first had to put the drip in, the contractions were really low and I had a horrendous backache. So the nice midwife got my mum and my partner to get some olive oil and just to rub me back.
And just to try and sort of help and ease the pain and make Anna-Marie feel a little bit more comfortable. That's why we were massaging her back, or rather why I was massaging her back.
It was more in her back than the actual contractions around her stomach, which is not unusual. Some girls get it in the back more than they do in the front.
And I was walking or trying to walk and move and leaning over the bed in different ways just to try and relieve the pain. but unfortunately it didn't work and it got worse.
The drip has now been cranked up to the max. Its effectiveness is noticeable when routine checks are carried out by the midwife. Sheila and Steve can only watch as Anna-Marie copes with the increasing pain.
Well, I felt really sorry for her because I knew she had a long way to go yet, and it was only the start of the labour.
It's all right. It's only because you're lying down. It's always worse when you're lying down.
It hurts more.
It's all right.
I felt really, my hands were tied. I couldn't do anything for her. And it's not a nice feeling when you can't actually do something for your own daughter. It's very, very hard. Very hard.
You just don't know what to do for the best. It's just such a difficult situation to handle. You're at the mercy of the medical staff, the midwives, the doctors, the anaesthetists and everybody. And they very much let these things take their natural course in time. All you can do is sit there and wait and be there in the best supportive role you can possibly offer.
It's good too now. A lot thinner than it was before.
Fantastic.
I was just trying to make sure that those waters had gone. I did a bit of sweep as well at the same time, again, just to make sure what position this baby's in, just to make doubly sure that we know where it is. But it's really, really difficult to do that at 2 centimetres, obviously.
After I'd had the first internal, after the waters had been broken, I decided that I'd go ahead with an epidural because I was in so much pain and I thought it would help to relieve it, and that we could actually get on with going into labour nicely without having to worry about everything.
So yeah, I was happy with it. We talked about it and we both agreed that yeah, it was probably the thing to do at the time.
You're probably aware that you're able to move around the bed and your legs don't feel heavy or anything. With an epidural, your legs may feel heavy, you may be not as mobile as you are at the moment. However, you should be able to move around in the bed, but I wouldn't be expecting you to, you know, to run a flight of stairs or walk around outside, okay?
The epidural is always given by an anaesthetist who inserts the needle into the spine to numb the lower half of the body. This process can be hard to watch for loved ones. Steve takes a walk outside to reflect.
Feeling quite excited now. Something's finally happening. It's been a long 2 days. I'm reckoning probably between 4 and 6 in the morning that we'll have an addition to the family. But then I'm no expert. We'll see how right my prediction is.
The contractions are still the same, but they're not as vicious, even though they are. They're just bearable. Whereas before, we just couldn't cope with them whatsoever. Because rather than at the front, it's all at the back, which could be where babies lie in. So.
Close your eyes.
The old-fashioned method of using an ice cube tests whether the epidural has numbed the bottom half of Anna-Marie's body. The less sensation, the better.
It's definitely working better on the left. What about the contractions? Are you feeling them on either side?
Yeah, it's still the...
They're not painful?
How can I explain them? Because I'm getting them in the back.
Yeah, you're feeling it in the back. Okay.
I'm still feeling them in the back, but it's taken that nasty edge off.
We'll examine her in another 4 hours.
I still feel a little bit, but nothing.
Just try and get these contractions stronger and more regular with the syntocin on drip and just see how things go.
Coming up, if Anna-Marie doesn't give birth in the next 24 hours, she may have to go under the knife.
You've got to do it.
Welcome back. It's been a waiting game for Anna-Marie and her family. It's now been a whopping 62 hours since she was admitted to hospital, and for some, that's far too long.
At first I thought that they would just be there just for a bit of support, but I found them really invaluable.
Steve's just brought out this tree, aren't you, babes? I'm sorry.
It was nice to just have 2 people in there that you could rely on and trust, that were looking out for the best for you.
It's just one of them drip things. Just such a long time, and it's just so long. It's just really hard.
Well, at some points we were bored, and then at another point when Anna-Marie was actually doing okay, and she was quite, I'm not going to say chilled out.
Breathe through it.
sat there playing cards at the end of the bed and just passing the time quite gently, you know. And then when she did have a little sleep, and Steve had tried to have a little sleep in the chair, but it only lasted about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour. And then everything sort of like kicked off from there on. And I was never allowed to sit down again.
With a change in shift comes a change in midwife, and Rona hasn't come alone. She's brought a male student midwife. Over 20 years ago, men won the battle to be registered as midwives. They now make up 0.3% of the midwives in Britain. Even today, not all women are comfortable with a man delivering their baby.
I wasn't bothered about having a male midwife because they've got to learn, so it didn't really bother me.
No, it didn't seem weird to me. I mean, we live in the 21st century these days. Absolutely no problem. He's there to learn his job, obviously under supervision, but he's got to be given the opportunity to sort of do his hands-on training, if you will. No problem at all to me.
The job of a midwife is a difficult one. Sometimes even the most experienced midwives have their troubles.
It is improving the cervix. It's thinning nicely. The opening to the neck of the womb is now a bit posterior, which means it's at the back. But I've only got little fat squidgy hands, so doctor's nice and slim fingers, so I've asked her to recheck it, and we got it spot on. She's happy with the trace, happy with what we're doing. I'm just waiting for the anaesthetist to come to give her a top up on her epidural because of her backache.
Deep breathing.
Breathe deep.
Breathe.
You have to.
Yes, you've got to.
Anna-Marie.
You've got
You have to do it.
An epidural is not a fail-safe method of pain relief. Anna-Marie has decided to take it to ease her back pain, but it's not always that simple.
Didn't work, basically. They kept coming and topping it up and having a look to see if it needed reciting, and then just topping it up again. Now we understand now that it just didn't work.
Before Rona's long 11-hour shift ends, she takes one last look at how the baby is developing. She finds that the baby is back to back.
Baby's facing the wrong way and it's back to back, okay? Baby's on your back. Yeah, I knew exactly what they meant when they said it was back to back. Baby was facing up instead of facing her back.
That is probably why the back pain was actually more severe than what it should have been, because I have read that when you've got a back-to-back baby, because it's lying on your back, it hurts even more.
Doing really good. That's fine. That means baby's moving round.
What they were saying was that the baby wasn't quite in the right position face down, more sort of a head turned sideways and looking back up towards sort of the top right corner of the womb. But that was just the information that I gleaned at the time, so at that point, no, not unduly worried at all.
Julie, the midwife, is back on shift for the second time in 12 hours. She gives Anna-Marie another internal to find out whether it's worth repositioning the epidural needle. At 9 centimetres dilated, it's ultimately Anna-Marie's decision.
Listen, do you think you can put up with this pain for another hour?
As long as I've got the gas in it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah?
I don't think I would have been able to sit still to have it actually put into my back, because you do have to sit really still. And at that point the contractions were, if I remember rightly, they were coming every couple of minutes. The pains were still there, even taking the gas and air, but it did take the edge off of them. I must have taken that much that I just wasn't with it or with anybody.
After being in labour 20.5 hours and still being 9 centimetres dilated, the doctor decides that enough is enough. Anna-Marie has been on the centosinal drip for far too long. A decision has to be made.
She's still 9 centimetres, which she was an hour ago. We still think the baby's in the posterior position, it's looking upwards. Its head's a little bit deflex, that's why we can feel that little fontanelle on the top. So he's decided she's been on the drip long. We've given it a good go. The baby's not turning, and so it's not descending. Her cervix isn't going anymore, so we're going to take her out for cesarian section. We'll just get her ready and then we'll take her out.
When they said and mentioned about a C-section, I was relieved. I was more relieved than anything, because something in the back of my head was saying that me and the baby were in danger, or that we had to get the baby out there and then.
So it was just a question of, like I say, getting the theatre prepared, administering the anaesthesia, and then I knew that a cesarian, from what I've seen on TV and stuff like that, I knew that it was something in the region of probably a 3 to 5 minute operation.
I didn't panic. I was worried for both of them. Because everything happened so quick and they weren't hanging around. All I wanted to know that they were both okay. And now I kept listening at the door to hear the baby cry.
Anything, Joy?
It was just a brilliant feeling. You just look at this tiny little bundle and think, blimey, I'm a dad. You know, it's a fabulous feeling. I do remember that I think it was the midwife said to me, can you see what you've got? And I sort of looked, and I looked again, and I thought, I've got to double check. I feel really stupid if I get this wrong. You know, because I'm sure it's a girl. Yeah, it's got to be a girl. Yeah, it's a girl.
When I was in the operating theatre and I found out that it was a girl and that it was all over with, I was really happy. But unfortunately I couldn't show it because I was so cooped up.
Anna Marie can be safe in the knowledge that her new baby girl weighs in at a healthy 7 pounds 8 ounces.
After the baby had been born and Steve and the nurse brought the baby out to show me, I just broke down. I could do it now, because it was such relief to know that they were both okay. So, oh no, you little monkey. Very, very proud. I'm very proud of Anna Marie. Very proud. Yeah, she really did work hard for that baby.
I don't think a marathon runner goes through that much punishment. Really don't. It was just so long and so drawn out, and it's just one of them. You know, there's nothing you could do about it. But yeah, I was proud of her. Yeah, and I don't know what else to say.
I forgot everything. I'm just so pleased that we've got our little girl now, and happy to have her with us.
After a long week recovering in hospital, Anna Marie finally brings her home.
I was so relieved to bring her home. It's been, the house is upside down with baby stuff everywhere, but she's been really, really good. She hardly cries, touch wood. And at night it's 4 hours sleep, then feed, and then another 4 hours sleep. And sometimes it's 2, but we can cope with that, and it's just nice to be home and in my own surroundings.
It's fantastic Anna Marie's home now, and she's doing really fantastic, and that baby's just wonderful. She's the apple of my eye and her dad's eye. She's, neither of them can do anything wrong, I'm afraid.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Bring it on. Let's just get on with it, and you know, look forward to all those happy times and all the things like, oh, crikey, first word and first step, and you know, yeah, it was great.
After 2.5 days of being induced and 22 hours of labour, with epidurals, drips, male midwives and a cesarian section, Anna Marie is rewarded with a beautiful baby girl, Jessica Lily.
The baby's beautiful, and I'm so proud of Anna Marie. Really, really proud. And they're really coming on nice now they're at home, yeah.
It's just a great experience. You can't explain what being a dad is, and you know, the experience. It's because it's different for everybody, and everybody takes different things from it. But it just makes me very, very proud. Proud of Jessica, proud of Anna Marie, and I'll just keep on going with the flow, I guess.
I feel more complete in myself, as if that's what what I was meant to do was have a little girl that I can look after and cherish. And I've become more aware of things as well to protect her.
I'm in pain.
Right.
Today, we're with 31-year-old Kenesha Brown and partner Horace for the birth of their new baby boy. But it's not all plain sailing.
Oh. Ow. I know that his bottom is up here, but I don't know where his hand and his foot made it.
Meet Kenesha Brown. Originally from Jamaica, Kenesha came over to England with her daughter Makeda 4 years ago. She's expecting her second child, a boy, in 3 days.
This is my first time having a child in England, so I don't know what really to expect when I go to the hospital. When I had Makeda, I was actually in school, and then I get pregnant. So that was a quite shock for me. And Makeda pain was so easy. Anyone could bear, because I was in labor for about 3 hours, and that's it. And she born so quick, easily. No pain relief, nothing. Everything was just perfect. But I can see like with Jacon, it's gonna be like a very long labor, or it's gonna be really painful because I'm feeling pain and he's not coming. Makeda feel very excited of having a little baby boy because she likes to play with boy more than girls, and she need a company as well because she home alone bored. She can't wait for the baby Jacon to come out every day. Mommy, when is the baby gonna come out? I need the baby to come out. Go to the doctor and get the baby out. I said, Makeda, when I'm feeling pain, then you can call the ambulance. Then the ambulance come for me, and then we go hospital and take the baby out. But you have to wait till mommy start to feel pain first.
After a routine visit to a local midwife, Kenesha is told she has high blood pressure and is sent to hospital to undergo a series of tests. She's joined by her boyfriend and the child's father, Horace.
I met Horace at a party about 3 years ago. I was shy because at the time I didn't have no boyfriend, nothing. It was just me and Makeda only. After that, we just kind of get close and we end up being together.
Hiya, hiya.
In pregnancy, 1 in 10 women can be affected by preeclampsia, a condition which is potentially life-threatening to mother and baby. It's symptomless in the early stages and is only detectable by regular antenatal checks on the mother's blood count, pressure and urine.
But they didn't give me any this time, I don't know why.
Right, well today we'll be checking that blood count again. I know it's very late on, but we will be checking that and just checking that you're not anemic.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to have a baby boy. You know, it will be my second son. So, yeah, I'm proud.
You alright? I know what it's like. I think Horace will be smiling as usual. When I'm in pain, that's all he's good at, smiling, as if everything is funny. Yeah.
What's that, Mummy?
I'm gonna be there for her, you know, and try to help feel the pain with her, if I can.
The good news for Kenesha is that all of her tests are clear, although she does have to take some iron tablets to build up her strength.
I'm feeling excited, but the baby is not coming, and it's like, let me less excited now because he's not coming. And I really want him to come because I want to know what this baby will look like.
All Kenesha and Makeda can do now is wait for the new male in the family to arrive. It's 1:40 a.m. and 5 days since her due date, but Kenesha has arrived at the hospital and is already fully dilated.
I feel like I'm gonna faint.
Feel like a bit faint?
Yeah.
Okay. Get your glass of water.
Kenisha's first child, Makeda, was born in Jamaica, but the UK experience is a bit different.
I didn't know they have to examine you. They didn't examine with Makeda because I was too like quick. So no time to like examine me.
With Kenisha's pain increasing, Horace grows concerned.
Can you get some heat, please?
Do you feel hot?
Just like a fan.
Turn it down a little bit for you. It was very cold when it came.
Yeah, it was. When I was standing over, leaned back on the bed, that really helped because it's like more gravity bringing the baby down. Yeah, so that's really helped.
Can you not go on the bed, please?
Yeah, she said she prefers to stand.
Well, I'm not preferred.
I won't comfortable on the bed.
You don't. You got the baby standing up?
I'm in pain.
Right.
I was leaning on the bed and it was like, I prefer you to go on the bed. And I said, when I ready to push, I will go on the bed. He was like, whatever, I prefer you to go on the bed. I said, Horace, you're not in my pain, so you can't even tell me what to do right now.
What are you waiting for now?
Just waiting for her body to do what she needs to do.
Kenisha manages the pain by keeping herself in an upright position, but Horace isn't happy.
Well, she says she feels like she's fainting, isn't it? So obviously she needs to get over it.
Yeah, it's the gas as well. When you take the gas, it makes you feel a bit woozy. Now it's
Why do you take the gas then?
Because it helps with just like the contraction, the pain.
The gas in here, yeah, it was okay, because at least when the pain started, I was like, I have something to do, like to suck on and to he's done the pain a bit.
That's your big job now.
It can be hard for the father in the delivery suite to not feel like a spare part, so Horace gives himself the job of water boy. Although finding a good time between the gas and air to give her the water is a problem in itself.
This one seems to take long.
What? Does she have to wait till she feels more pain?
Just wait till she wants to push, and then she just goes with her body then. And her body will tell her when to push and she'll just go with it then.
I'm trying, but...
So if her body don't say no, she can't push now?
Just breathe the gas until you're ready. Alright. Is it all in the front? Yeah. Is it still more in the front? Yeah.
Gas and air is a mix of oxygen and nitrous oxide and makes you feel slightly lightheaded.
Can I go on the bed now?
Push you can. Yeah.
Feel like it was time to push, so I go on the bed. And then, whoa, that was the hard part.
Join us after the break when Horace lends a helping hand as Kenisha's pains increase. Welcome back. We're with Kenisha Brown and partner Horace as they go through labour. Things have progressed quickly. Kenisha is fully dilated. All that's left is to get on the bed and prepare for action.
Would you like baby to be delivered onto your tummy?
Yeah.
Or would you like baby to be clean first?
Just put something on my tummy and then put it on.
Put the baby on, yeah. How are you going to feed baby? Are you going to breast or?
Yeah, breast.
Yeah, breast. Are you alright there? There you go. Can you just get comfortable?
You need to go down a bit more.
Down a little bit more?
Do you need one, yeah?
Just one.
As the pains come thick and fast, the midwives do their best to make Kenisha feel comfortable, and even Horace lends a helping hand.
Come on.
Oh. Yep. That's it. Ow.
The baby is on its way, and all that gas and air is coming in very handy.
When I was trying to push, he said it was like going in back, and I was pushing again, going in back, and I said it was like, oh, he's not coming into it.
I see him, Kanisha. She's here. You got coolie hair, why?
Curly, curly, whirly.
Is that it? Is that out?
Yeah.
Proper push. Breathe. Don't squeeze me. No.
Oh God, it's not coming.
It's coming, it's coming. It's there.
It is.
You want to see it? Got a mirror?
Every time you push, it comes a little bit more forward.
You can see if you want.
Don't you feel it next time?
No. You can get a mirror if you want. Can't you not see now?
No. No. We will do in a little while. On his way now.
That's it, you're doing really well.
Oh, what's that?
When it was coming, like I heard Iris like saying, "Oh, what's that?" It was scaring me so much. So, and then the midwife said, like, it's his shoulder.
It's hard, can I take it?
Babies are stretching everything. Nearly here now.
It's the final push. One more and the baby will be here. Go on, Kanisha.
I heard Iris say, like, take time, something like that, because Iris like, oh, they're so rough. And I say, yeah, look how they watch it on TV, that's how they have to quicken it to take him out. And Iris was like, take time.
No, your baby's coming.
Take him out. It's hard.
Really good. 21 minutes past.
After 41 minutes, Kanisha gives birth to baby Jaquan.
And then they put the baby on me. It feels so funny and hot, like I was so scared when because I put him on the same time, and it looked so like ripe swell when it came out. And it feels so funny on my skin because it was like on my tummy. It feels so funny. When he came out and I heard him, he was like screaming. He was like so loud. I said to Iris, "Oh, he's so loud. He's nice." Oh, he was loud, and his voice was sound like a girl voice, because it didn't sound like a little boy. It sounded like a girl. This fine girl voice.
As proud father to his son, Horace cuts the cord. Eventually.
Keep going. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. That's it.
Oh, you need to get a sharper...
No. You just need to hack at it. That's it. Well done. Well done. Well done. Oh, look at you. Yeah.
Did I get tear?
No.
Oh, 1 minute. We'll get that.
It was a quick labour, and Kanisha managed it with the minimum of pain relief.
I'm pleased I only have the guessing here and did outside any other child. And I'm pleased that I didn't have no stitches, because I had with Makeda and I didn't have any with Jaquan. When it just came out, it did look big actually, but then half that time you just get like shrink, small.
There we go. Just wrap him up nice and warm. Need to hold him.
Yes, please.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dada. Oh, yeah, see? I know you love me.
After 9 long months, Horace finally gets to hold his new baby boy.
Right, like that?
Yeah.
You did look like Horace, but then this lady in the hospital said to me, "Oh, he's really nice, he look like you." Then I started to say he look like me. But my friends say he look like me, And my next friend say, look like alright, so I don't know.
See, he ain't got a big head.
He's got his mummy's lips.
No.
You know when the baby just come out, they look, when they just come out, they look different than when they wipe them off and everything. So that's why I was really scared. He looked like he was still in my belly, honestly. That's why I was scared. It looked like it was still in my tummy.
Ever the protective father, Horace checks Jaquan is comfortable.
This is too hot, this eating.
You've just got a little tiny nip on your skin, you don't need any stitches.
Because they get very cold because of the environment and the cot and everything. It's important that he is kept nice and warm. So that's why I've wrapped him up nicely. It's not too hot.
As Kanisha catches her breath, baby Jaquan is checked to see if all his bits and pieces are there.
Hello.
Put your blankets right out and then have a good look then. That's it.
Are you pulling your tongue out?
So what have we got? 10 fingers, 10 toes, 2 eyes and a nose. It's all good.
Well, he's got everything he should have. He's got everything he should have. 5 fingers. Not weighed him yet. 8 fingers too from.
We'll bring the scales and we'll weigh him.
Yeah.
Come on. See what you weigh. See if you're heavier than your sister. Oh. You got your phone there ready? Your camera. Just see it all. Do them in pounds and ounces first.
Yeah.
There we go.
Here we go.
All that's left to do is weigh the baby. The average weight for a newborn child is 7 pounds 5 ounces, and baby Jaquan isn't far off.
Right, 7 pounds 7.5 nearly. 7 pounds 7.
Can I take a picture, please?
Yeah, of course you can. 7 pounds 7.5. Yeah. Good weight. Oh dear.
But he doesn't seem too happy about it.
Come on.
You might want feeding soon.
I know.
Wrapped up to keep his body warm, a tired Kanisha can just manage to cuddle him before she hopefully gets a night's rest.
What's your watch?
I think yeah.
What's up there, that colour? Look at you.
After the excitement of Jaquan's arrival, Horace reflects on the evening's events.
I can imagine what I feel like. Because when she was pushing then, I feel like I'm feeling the pain. You know what I mean? We're just happy that she get over it, really. As soon as she said to me, because I was ironing, I was doing some iron, and then she said to me, she needs to go to the hospital. But I said to her, there's no point going to the hospital now, and they're going to send her home back. Because if she's not feeling contraction every 5 minutes, they're going to send her home. And then she said it starts to be every 5 minutes, but I think she was just winding me up because she wanted to go in. So I said, alright, then we're going to call a taxi. And as soon as we called the taxi, you know, she here, the lady examined her and said, she's what?
Fully dilated.
She's fully dilated. So she's going to have a baby in any minute. And I was happy to hear that really because she drew from the 19th and she's been walking up and down, yeah, for 5-6 days, you know, with my son. And I say to her since night that what she waiting for because I want to see what my son look like really. 7 to go.
Is it a boy for real?
And Horace uses the hospital lights to his best advantage for a few happy snaps. It's been 5 days since Kanisha gave birth to baby Jaquan. Now back home, Kanisha's daughter Makeda is getting excited about her new baby brother.
When Makeda come in for the first time, she said, "Mommy!" And I said, "Makeda!" And I said, "Is that the baby?" Yeah, she was like, "Oh, that's my brother, that's my brother."
Oh, we're not feeding him!
I'm not thinking about another kid now because of the pain. I still remember the pain. When I get forget the pain, I will think about the next kid. Because remembering that pain and to get pregnant again, it's not nice.
After an ultra-quick labour, lasting only 41 minutes, Kanisha, Horace and Makeda have a new addition to the family, baby Jaquan.
That's the main part in it, to have a healthy baby.